Moving to Thailand sounds like a dream. Golden beaches, $1 street food, and rent so cheap it almost feels like cheating. But is life there really that simple? Thousands of people are leaving their home countries every year in search of a better lifestyle, and Thailand keeps coming up as a top choice. But before you book that one-way ticket, let's take a step back and look at the country from a bird's eye view. To truly understand Thailand, we have to begin with its history. Thailand, formerly known as Siam, has a unique place in Southeast Asia. It's the only country in the region that was never colonized by a Western power. That independence helped shape a fiercely proud national identity, one rooted in resilience and self-reliance. For centuries, Thailand stood at the crossroads of trade, influenced by India, China, and the Khmer empires. But through it all, it held onto its sovereignty and culture. And today, you can still see that balance everywhere. Golden temples next to mega malls, ancient traditions thriving in a fast-paced modern world. The Thai monarchy remains a respected institution, and Theravada Buddhism touches nearly every part of daily life, from how people greet each other, to the holidays they celebrate, to the peaceful vibe that draws so many people here in the first place. Understanding this history isn't just trivia. It's key to adapting and thriving in Thailand as a foreigner. Which brings us to an essential part of life in Thailand: cultural values. The monarchy is central to Thai life. It's not just respected, it's revered. For many Thais, the royal family symbolizes unity, national identity, and continuity in times of change. Portraits of the king and royal family are displayed everywhere, from government buildings and schools to small street stalls and family homes. But this deep respect isn't just cultural, it's backed by law. Thailand has strict lèse majesté laws, which make it illegal to insult, defame, or even mildly criticize the monarchy. That includes online posts, private messages, or offhand comments in conversation. And these laws are actively enforced, with penalties ranging from heavy fines to years in prison. Whether you're a local or a visitor, it's something to be aware of. Joking about the monarchy, even if you don't mean harm, can lead to serious consequences. In Thailand, the royal institution isn't just a symbol, it's sacred. That deep sense of respect extends beyond the monarchy. It's woven into everyday life. Simple customs, removing your shoes, lowering your head when walking past elders, greeting others with a wave, aren't small talk. They're meaningful signs of respect, tied to centuries of tradition. Thailand also operates on an unspoken rule called kreng jai, a cultural tendency to avoid burdening or confronting others. If you push too hard or act entitled, you may not get a reaction, but you'll close doors silently. And each region of Thailand, north, south, northeast, has its own unique history and cultural blend. The more you learn, the easier it is to connect with locals on a deeper level. Cultural understanding doesn't just help you fit in, it unlocks real value. Because once you're living there, not just visiting, you'll quickly realize just how far your money can go. Thailand's economy has grown rapidly over the past few decades, especially in urban centers like Bangkok and Chiang Mai. Yet, compared to the US or Western Europe, the cost of living is dramatically lower. Rent for a modern one-bedroom condo in the city? Around $400 to $700 per month, with amenities like a gym, pool, and 24/7 security often included. In a comparable US city, you'd likely pay $1,500 to $2,500 for the same setup, and that's without luxury extras. A meal at a local Thai restaurant might cost just $1 to $3. Even high-end dining rarely cracks $20 per person. In contrast, a casual meal out in the US easily runs $15 to $25, with fine dining quickly climbing past $60. Utilities in Thailand usually sit between $50 to $100 per month, depending on air conditioning use. In many parts of the US, utility bills can double or even triple that, especially in hotter climates or older buildings. And mobile data? In Thailand, you'll get lightning-fast speeds for about $8 a month. In the US, expect to pay $40 to $70 for comparable service. And here's the part most people overlook. When you earn in US dollars, whether through freelancing, remote work, or running an online business, you're no longer bound by your home country's cost of living. You're playing by a different set of rules. Back home, your income might barely keep up with rent, groceries, and bills. But in Thailand, that same paycheck stretches further, sometimes a lot further. Suddenly, things that once felt like luxuries become part of your everyday routine. Imagine grabbing dinner out without checking your bank balance, waking up in a condo with skyline views, having someone come by to clean while you focus on work, or better yet, take the afternoon off. Even treating yourself to a weekly massage doesn't require a second thought. It's not just that life gets cheaper, it's that it starts to feel elevated for digital nomads chasing adventure, for retirees seeking ease, or for anyone simply wanting more breathing room. Thailand offers something rare. If you can get a visa, that is. See, while Thailand offers an incredible lifestyle, its visa system hasn't quite caught up with the way people work today. There's no official long stay option tailored to online earners, at least not yet. So navigating the rules takes some strategy and sometimes a bit of creativity. Here are your main options. 1. The tourist visa. It gives you 60 days and can be extended once for 30 more. It's a great way to test the waters and get your feet wet. But it's short term, and constantly extending or leaving the country can get exhausting. 2. An education visa. This lets you stay for 6 to 12 months while studying something like Thai language, cooking, or Muay Thai. It's a legit workaround, but you'll need to attend class regularly and pay tuition fees. 3. Retirement visa. These are only for people 50 and older. You'll also need to prove sufficient income or savings, around 800,000 baht, roughly 22,000 USD. 4. The marriage visa. If you're married to a Thai citizen, you can apply for a long-stay visa, but it also requires financial proof and local documentation. 5. The Thai Elite Visa. This is the easiest but most expensive option. For around 15,000 US dollars, you get 5 years of residency, VIP airport treatment, and simplified bureaucracy. But for most young people, that's far out of reach. That leaves many remote workers operating in a gray area, living in Thailand while working online under tourist or ED visas. It's common, but technically not legal, and immigration policies can shift fast. Some people do visa runs, crossing borders to renew their stay. Others rely on agencies or schools to help with paperwork. But the process takes effort, money, and a willingness to adapt. So while the lifestyle might feel luxurious, long-term freedom means learning how to play by the rules, or at least knowing what they are. Once your visa is sorted, finding a place to live is surprisingly straightforward and often more flexible than people expect. Thailand's rental market caters to all kinds of lifestyles, whether you're settling in for the long haul or just testing the waters. Leases as short as 1 month are common, and many properties come fully furnished and ready to go. No need to buy appliances or set up the internet. In fact, most apartments already include fiber optic Wi-Fi, housekeeping services, and even weekly linen changes in some buildings, especially in Chiang Mai and expat-heavy areas of Bangkok. But here's something many newcomers don't realize. You don't always need to go through a real estate agent or app. Walking around your preferred neighborhood is often the fastest way to find a great deal. Landlords regularly post handwritten "for rent" signs with a phone number, and it's not unusual to negotiate directly, with lower rates than what's advertised online. Another perk: deposits are often negotiable. While the standard is 1 to 2 months' rent, many landlords, especially for short-term stays, are open to adjusting terms. Some even waive deposits entirely if you pay a few months up front. And if you're willing to explore less touristy areas or emerging expat enclaves like Pai, Udon Thani, or even parts of eastern Bangkok, you'll find beautiful, spacious homes at deeply local prices, often with mountain or rice field views, far from the usual noise. Now, before we wrap up the logistics, let's address a concern on everyone's mind: safety. So, is Thailand safe? Generally, yes. Thailand is considered one of the safer countries in Southeast Asia, especially when it comes to violent crime. But that doesn't mean crime doesn't happen. Violent crime rates are relatively low. The intentional homicide rate in Thailand was around 2.6 per 100,000 people in 2024. That's lower than the US, and similar to countries like South Korea or Portugal. That said, assaults, robberies, and rare but high profile incidents, like the Siam Paragon Mall shooting in 2023, do happen. But they're not common, and typically not aimed at foreigners. What you'll most likely encounter is petty crime, especially in tourist heavy areas like Bangkok, Pattaya, and Phuket. We're talking pickpocketing, bag snatching, taximeter scams, and the occasional too good to be true gem scheme. These aren't violent, but they're annoying, and they can ruin your day if you're not paying attention. Be smart, keep your valuables close, avoid flashing cash, and use ride apps like Grab instead of hailing random taxis. As long as you use common sense, Thailand is a safe place to live, travel, and explore, especially compared to many major cities around the world. Let's shift gears, because no matter how beautiful a place is, life feels empty without good people around. How do you actually meet people in Thailand? In Thailand, connection happens in ways you might not expect. It's not about hunting for friends. It's about placing yourself where friendships naturally take root. You might sign up for a language class and find that the shared confusion and laughter with the person next to you becomes something more. Or you might spend your mornings in the same cafe until familiar faces start turning into familiar names. Often, it's the rhythm of daily life that brings people together. Walking through a crowded night market, joining the energy of a festival, or even just pausing to help someone with directions. All of it opens the door to connection. The people who find lasting community here are rarely the ones chasing it, but the ones who stay open to it. Thailand rewards that openness. Its culture values warmth, humility, and friendliness. A smile, genuine and unhurried, can speak louder than perfect grammar. And when you lead with kindness and curiosity, people respond. Strangers become acquaintances. Acquaintances turn into friends. And suddenly, this faraway place starts to feel like home. So, ready to make the move? If yes is your answer, here are some of Thailand's best kept secrets. 3 hours north of Chiang Mai, through jungle roads and rolling hills, lies Pai, a tiny town where time moves slower and the days feel softer. It's known for its hippie vibe, yoga retreats, and natural hot springs. It's cheap, quiet, and a favorite among creatives and digital nomads looking to disconnect to reconnect. If peace is what you want, Pi delivers. Just be ready for a small town pace and limited infrastructure. Cost of living, easily under $600 a month. Most people haven't heard of Kanam, and that's the point. It's a quiet beach town in southern Thailand, free of mass tourism, yet rich in local charm. You'll find pink dolphins, coconut groves, and beaches with almost no one on them. There's not much nightlife, but if you want to live by the ocean and still afford a laid back life, this place is magic. Cost of living? Approximately $600 to $900 per month. If this video gave you value, whether it sparked an idea, helped you plan your next move, or just made you feel a little more confident, do me a favor and hit that like button. It's a small gesture, but it genuinely helps more people discover this content. And I'd love to hear from you. Seriously, the comments aren't just for algorithms, they're where real conversations happen. So if you've got a question, a story, or even just thoughts about what we talked about today, drop them below. I read every single one, and I try to reply to as many as I can. Now, on a more personal note, something exciting is in the works. We're building a Skool community for people just like you. Curious minds who are exploring new countries, looking for more freedom, and figuring it out as they go. It's going to be a space where we go deeper, sharing detailed breakdowns, in-depth guides, and practical strategies for living, working, and thriving abroad. If that sounds like something you'd want to be part of, whether you're just getting started or already living broadly, keep an eye out. We'll be opening up the doors soon, and I'd love for you to be one of the first inside. And if you haven't subscribed yet, now's a good time. We've got a lot more coming. Real talk, helpful guides, stories, and anything that'll hopefully make your journey a little easier and a lot more exciting. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.